like I said, I feel that your average man, if he's sober-minded and has a certain kind of grasp and harmony within himself and understands how much energy, how hard you work to cultivate energy, you don't waste it. You don't want to waste it. Even if you have a lot, you don't want to waste it. If I have so much money, why don't I invest it? So if I've worked so hard to cultivate my inner energy, why would I waste it on a random girl? If it was pleasurable, I could understand. But when your energy circuits properly function, it's not pleasurable, a superficial encounter. It's just based on friction. There's no connection. I have nothing, I don't judge. I'm like, it's just too shallow. Right? I have nothing wrong against the caramel. It's just too shallow. The cacao is too diluted, the milk is cheap, and it's too much fake sugar, and the caramel is disgusting. I don't have a problem with it. It's disgusting. It's shallow. It's not, if I'm going to eat chocolate, I need cacao. I need the real thing. I need medicine that's pure so that it does what it's really supposed to do. So what I'm trying to say is that if you're sober-minded and you have some sense of inner harmony, you don't see the point in wasting time with a woman it's not serious. When you value your time, money, and more importantly, inner resources, you don't ever want to waste. So when you meet a girl, yeah, she's beautiful. Oh my God, do I need to say, everybody, oh, y'all know, there's gorgeous fucking creatures, it's amazing. Like some of them you just want to stare for like 4 minutes, just like, wow, what a creature. How did God do that? God is awesome. I don't know if God exists. Look at a pretty woman. Like I'm talking about a real pretty woman. Right? It's just like, wow. Okay, then what? I just want to come. Why? I want her. For what purpose? I don't know. I just want her and hang her on a wall. What you going to do with it? It's like a pretty thing. I'm like, okay. If in your world you need that to achieve more, I could understand this to a certain degree, right? What am I going to do? What's the relationship going to do? What does it build? So this is the essence, in my humble opinion, in my definition. When in the spiritual traditions they speak about brahmacharya, meaning, I don't want to say it's a form of chastity because people don't understand the word chastity to make it like you can't have sex and then you suddenly think you got to be on. No, here's my interpretation of it. It's an understanding of how your sexual energy works and that you're contained. You don't waste your energy because it's worth something. So when I meet a woman, although she can be beautiful, although she can be intelligent, although she can be brilliant, although she may be interesting, I can easily determine if there's a creative potential with her. That means, we've spoken about this before, that means there's a place that we can meet that is profound enough. That means where I'm at, I don't have to go to the surface and pretend I'm something I'm not. We're able to meet each other. And that upon my evolution, because I evolve, and I constantly do, I will never stop. She's able to keep up, even though if she may be a little behind, I don't got a problem. Do you have the potential to go to that level of depth? And do you want to? So then there's a creative potential. Then I'm interested in the girl. Then I want to pursue the relationship to see what's possible, what can be created. For me, a woman is like a business partner. People understand this in regards to business. I'm going to meet this company and we're going to see if we can create a partnership and we can share clients and this and that. For me, the first and most important partnership, aka, first of all, is with myself. But let's not be corny. But it's not corny, it's the truth. Then it's the woman. It's a partnership. It's a business partnership. For me, business, a woman, relationship with a woman is business. Now, for some idiots who believe in romance and all this nonsense, it sounds non-romantic. It's not romantic. It's exactly what it is. It's a business partnership that can generate financial money that is not solely based on that, but that could be a byproduct of it. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's a partnership. So I don't just enter in partnerships. I go to the store, I meet a person, oh, let's do business together. Like that's being in your early 20s. You're an idiot. Any person you meet that does something, oh, let me contact you. I'm like, I don't want to contact you. Can I have your business card? I'll find you on Facebook or Instagram and I'll send you a message and then we can meet and have a coffee or have a conversation. I'm like, I don't want to have a coffee with you. I don't give a fuck about you. But when you don't know yourself and you're like just like an idiot everywhere, anything could be. When I was a young man learning about business, I did all kinds of things, trying to figure out who I am and what I do and what I don't do and what I want to do and what I don't want to do and what other people do, right? Today I look at this, I'm like, oh my God, wow, right? So the same, it's like, well, would I go in partnership with any person who's doing something interesting? When I meet a girl, am I going to go in partnership with any girl because she's got a nice ass? I like asses. She got a nice ass. I'm going in partnership with her. I'm going to sign a contract that's going to bind me for some time because she got a nice ass. So that's the beauty. If you remove the fact that there's contracts, you just blind yourself from that because you're at the surface, because you're not sober. Then you're like, she's got a nice ass. Here's the contract. I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to give you a nice evening and I'm going to go about my business. That's the beautiful thing about alcohol. It makes you unconscious. That's why people take it. It dulls your consciousness. So therefore, you're no longer conscious of the variables at play. So again, once again, in my humble opinion, a man who is sober and is interested in a form of harmony, when he looks out into the world, understands that to engage with the world is different kinds of contracts. Some are short contracts, some are longer term contracts. When you look at things, you're like, where do I want to invest my energy and what's going to be the most, productive? And there's nothing in life that is more consuming than a female. Nothing. So if you pick the wrong one, she will fucking eat you alive and there will be nothing left of you. But if you pick the right one, you may birth God. So that's my approach to things. I understand I wasn't born like this. I was an idiot like you, masturbating on what nonsense, running after stupid girls, having sex with random people. I learned because I'm sensitive. What can I tell you? I paid attention to how I feel. I'm like, I feel really weird. Something's wrong. I can't just brush it off. Smoking another joint or getting drunk and jumping on the next one. I'm like, I'm affected. Something has affected me. It's not I caught feelings. I wasn't catching no feelings. I'm like, something's affecting me. My mind is not my mind anymore. There's somebody new in it. There's a new relation. My mind is thinking about this person and I don't want to think about that fucking person. And then as you start to go deeper in your mind, you start to realize how much that person is present. They're so present, they live with you. Just not physically. I still have relationships like this today. Listen, the mind is a complex affair. And how you seal certain contracts, there's different kinds of ways to seal contracts. Let's not get into everything right now. But the point is, when you start to have more maturity and a better understanding of your energy, you don't want to just engage with anyone just because they have a nice front. If you want to merge with another business or you want to buy a business, it's not because it looks at the surface like it. You need to look at the papers. You need to look at the accounting, need to see if this is actually real. So the same goes when you study or get to know a woman. It's like, yeah, it looks pretty from the outside and maybe it looks healthy and wealthy and whatever you want. But when you start to assess her actual energetic accounting, you're like, this is a fucking mess. Do I want to get into that? Did you hear the expression? Do I want to get into that? And that's what you do with your cock. You get into her. Do I want to get into that? It's unfortunate you don't understand what I'm saying. If you do, thanks. Enjoy. Be happy. If you don't, you need to think about this fucking stuff. Get off your fucking drugs. Get off your fucking alcohol. Sober up and allow yourself to feel instead of being numb, and don't be scared. Life is so much greater than meets the eye. That's what I got to say about that. Next.